welcome, you're welcome. A good friend.
I don't see it.
It's
And yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There it is. One watching now, that's me.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Will it finally be famous now?
Probably not. But like, a bit closer to it.
Yeah. Hello, Chad. How's it going? We have a special guest today.
Hi, chat. It's been a while.
That's been a while. Hello, Floyd
How's
and
this?
Cavo. Carbon, how's it going?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I guess.
You also get to see what I'm working on, because that'll be a lot easier for you. Instead of having to look at the stream whenever I have things to talk to you about.
That's fair. I am probably gonna be looking at chat most of the time though.
Valid. What am I doing today? So last time we started working on this frame, which is the first frame for the auto animation. However, we realized a couple things. If we add the pixelate trigger, actually this is the thing that I was talking about a little bit last stream, and then I didn't go full detail about it, is that if we use the pixelate trigger, you can see that we lose a lot of the details in the actual, like, you know, if we go to the level, we lose a lot of details. Like, for example, the hand, it's just kind of gone nowadays. Like, you can see the fingers definition. The shoes, for example, don't have as much definition anymore either. As well as, like, the hair, you can't see all of the strands of hair, you know. Well, overall, the main shapes are still here, but it's one of those things that, like, because of the way that it works, a lot of the details just get lost because of that. So I want to optimize this a little bit, that it's slightly easier to use and to make the frames by making a lot of these frames like a lot more simplified. I like a more pixel art. I think everybody did. Everybody who's part of the project agrees that like the pixel art is the way to go. But I want to make a version of this that is not as complex, basically. Because, like, in the end, if most of these details aren't going to be seen, then, like, what's the point, you know? And it helps because it really helps to optimize, like, the whole thing.
You'd have to be a complete fool to fold right now.
So yeah, chat, that is what we're doing today. We are just deleting objects and repurposing things so that it's really well optimized. And in the background, we'll be hearing Wig typing from time to time.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I am working on a project in the background, chat. I'm sorry if I'm not gonna be paying attention all of the time.
Just kind of here for the vibes. So yeah, the goal for today is indeed just adjusting everything so that it is slightly more bearable to play. And then we have to deal with less with lag. There's also, like, not only is it good for optimization's sake, it's really good for my sake because it just means there's less details that I need to focus on while making the next frames. I am considering removing these ones. And just reshaping the shoes. Yeah, how have you been, Chai? What cool stuff have been happening lately? I have not been around for a little bit. So what cool stuff has been going on around in the community? If any. I know it's not every day that we get really cool stuff.
Second in a piano competition. That's really impressive.
Well, that's kind of goated. What the fuck? I
It
didn't
is
know you played
wild.
piano. Wait, that's really cool. Nothing to do with GD, but that's actually really cool. Really impressive.
I don't fucking care about GD. This is sick.
I'm glad that you don't, but this is still my stream. So like,
I don't care about your stream night. Never
you
mind,
can
never
leave
mind.
if you want to.
Yeah, Sabi would be first. I think Sabi would clear.
Piano? No. I don't even think Subby knows what a piano is.
I mean, maybe, but I think he knows how to play one. He could figure it out.
Subby, I
He's
really
a smart
doubt.
guy.
Yeah, I really doubt that one.
You went on a 3-hour walk today. I'm happy
That's
for you.
nice.
That sounds fun. I like long walks as well.
How's it going to get animated? It's gonna be frame by frame. It'll be a lot more efficient for me that way. Than like having to like map the controls to like in my 2D yet.
Oh yeah, that sounds kind of rough. Well, I don't know. It sounds convoluted.
I mean, it's not too
Have
bad
to
if
set
I
up.
like 2D it, but yeah, it's fine. So, because yeah, like when you think about it, like thinking about optimization wise, that is just what's best. Because object count doesn't matter if you're just juggling them on and off. It's when you're having to like rotate and like do all of that shit that like then that's when it becomes a problem. Okay, so sadly this hand needs to like go away. And it kind of just becomes like a blob now, I guess. And I can keep the thumb, I'm pretty sure. Ah, why do you not wanna...
Oh, Sab, is it like really hot where you are? Or something? To be fair, I'm like pretty
Yeah, that is true.
impatient when it comes to stuff like that. So I did a forbidden strategy of like just pouring colder water in it. To speed up the
Process.
process. What do you mean that's not good? That's fine.
Why does it not want to fucking select?
I dilute the tea. I dilute the tea for like by like 10% or something.
I hate this.
It's fine. I mean, you can wait for like however many more minutes if you want to, but do you have the right to complain then? You have a solution that you could use.
I don't feel like that's a solution, me personally.
Occasionally you put an ice cube. So why are you complaining at me about this? The same thing.
I mean, just drink iced tea at that point.
True. I mean, it is iced tea, like
I know.
by definition.
Yeah, I know, but like if you're fucking complaining about that, like at that point, just drink iced tea. Just drink iced tea.
Is an ice cube not cold water? In your opinion?
I mean, it's frozen water.
Is it not water or is it not cold?
It's frozen.
Which part of this
like,
is not?
What?
Is it warm? Hi, Noivern. Hope you're doing well. Ice cube can be taken out. So like, you think you take the ice cube like doesn't melt at all in your cup? Just
This
you're
is not
still
part of the equation,
diluting
I
it.
guess.
Yeah, you just put it in and then you take it out, and it's like unchanged. It's in the same exact state as it was before, but
I mean, maybe Subpixel's like defying the laws
it's color.
of physics.
Well, it is like still the same as putting a little bit of cold water in it, I think. Because that's what you do. You do it via the ice cube and the bit of it that melts.
I do feel like the texture of the ice does actually kind of impact the you know, the fact that it's
What
ice.
do you mean the texture?
Like how do I explain this? Okay, that's definitely a lot simplified already. Let me see. Can you see any of the hair? Yeah, I feel like that's fine. Hand, shoes. Everything else seems pretty well defined, so I think it's fine. How many objects was that? Hey, that's not bad. It's minus 100 objects, more or less. Not bad.
GG. I think a muffin can be a snack. I mean, I guess it depends on.
Thank
well,
you! Thank
what's
you!
the size of a muffin?
The small muffins, not the big, huge muffins, the smaller ones. Like the ones that you can finish in like 2-3
I've
bites.
seen like a huge one.
No, but fucking Americans in their heads have huge muffins. It
I'm
can
like
be a
trying
snack.
to imagine if it's like a trick question where it's like, yeah, my European mind
Thank you,
cannot
Chad.
comprehend American
Thank
muffins.
you. See, Chad is fucking defending me. I said yesterday that I could have muffin. You could have muffin as a snack, and Subpixels has been on my ass the entire day since yesterday about that. Like, come on now, a muffin can definitely be a snack.
I occasionally go to a bakery. I have like a bakery chain that I like, and I get a muffin from them.
Hell yeah.
And it's a good muffin.
Muffins are a snack?
good
Thank
muffins.
you.
There.
See, Chad is on my side. I feel less crazy now that Chad is on my side.
I mean, what else are they? Are they like lunch? Well,
He said it was a meal.
okay.
This guy has a whole ass meal, and it's just a fucking muffin.
How many calories is the the meal muffin subpixel.
You've like brainwashed a generation of people into thinking muffins are a snack. Muffins are literally the snackiest of the snacks.
It's like a dessert.
I don't
Is a
even-
dessert not a snack, basically?
Yes, sure. We can argue a dessert. I'm okay with arguing a dessert.
That's like the same thing as a snack.
Thank
In my head.
you. Thank you. $49 muffins for dessert. True. I usually eat muffins as a meal. Do you just eat a muffin and that's like your whole meal, or do you just eat the muffin with other stuff and that's your meal? That's the part that I need to understand.
Oh yeah, I mean, a dessert for breakfast I think makes sense.
Yeah, but like breakfast is not even a meal. Let's be honest
Or
here.
like of course you would say that.
What are you talking about, huh?
Nothing.
Ah, okay, good. Oh, right, I forgot to give this 5. Okay. See, chat? There's like virtually no difference between the two. Like, actually, there's no difference. Okay, I need to fix the shoe, but aside from the shoes, there's like virtually no difference between this one and the previous one, and there's like 100 objects less. Okay, good. Let me go fix the shoes and the hips. Cupcakes are good too, but the paper cup opens ruins the face. You're so right for that, bestie.
Are muffins not in paper? Do people get muffins in? Is that a distinction?
There's like a little
I'm
wrap.
confused.
There's like a little wrap for the muffins.
Yeah, it's like the same, right?
That's made out of paper.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. You'll just chew on paper after.
Do you not just chew on the paper
That
afterwards?
checks out.
Yeah. Seems like it tastes good, yeah.
That's a character for you.
Ooh, chat, I am lagging, by the way. Just letting you know. Hopefully stream doesn't die, but I am lagging. Chad, we're praying. We're praying that this stream comes back. God, it's dying so hard.
Oh yeah, it is pretty laggy.
No, it is really laggy, I know. I'm currently at like 20 kilobytes per second, which is like shit. It's okay, it'll take some time, but it'll come back. Sometimes I just chew on the paper and spit it out after 5 minutes. No, you're crazy for that.
You like chewing gum.
Surely.
That's wild. Yes, chat. It was all of you individually that have internet connection.
No,
Please
it's me.
check that out.
Might this be a certified Canada internet moment? No, it's literally just my place. My internet just shits itself sometimes. It seems to be coming back, so let's just be careful. And hope that nothing explodes.
I see we have paper chewing experts in chat right now.
Yeah, they're kind of goated for that.
That's true, actually. That's pretty impressive.
Should we
Like, I
also
respect
chew
it. I
paper?
respect that,
Yeah,
like,
it's a
I
grind.
mean, anyone who has, like, an interest in something. It's pretty cool by default.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's like having a hub. That's pretty cool. It's pretty adorable. No, not eating paper is not like only for breakfast because you're an adult.
Well, don't assume that of them.
I don't think paper is very flavorful. I think.
Have you tried it?
This question. Because it would compromise my position in the argument.
I see, I see.
I used to turn in my homework with a bite taken out of it. That's awesome.
It sounds like something Subpixel would say.
It's fucking sick.
And I know Subpixel didn't say it.
One of these solutions minimizes food waste.
This is true. Paper is
Yeah,
a
I
food-
don't have a retort to that.
Yeah.
I've been owned. I've been defeated.
You surrender to the paper army?
Well, it's like a truce, maybe you could call it.
Pat, are you okay with a truce, or are you going for blood?
I could be at peace with them.
Holy shit, chat, like a tidal wave? Geometry Dash reference? Try to eat styrofoam before it tastes like shit.
You know,
Why have you done
styrofoam
that?
does not taste very good.
Why do people know what styrofoam tastes like? You're not supposed to eat that one. That is quite
I
literally
think
not
I've
good
been
for you.
told that.
That is quite literally not good for you. Isn't styrofoam like toxic for people to eat?
Mm,
Or am I
That
thinking of
sounds
something
correct.
else? Or am I thinking of something else?
Maybe Chat knows. Chat probably
Is
knows.
this styrofoam like poisonous? Yeah, that's what I've.
He only lived once.
It's a one in a
That's
lifetime
true.
snack.
I mean, live your life.
Yeah, that is true.
You know?
Apologies.
Who am I to tell
I
you
don't
what
mean...
you should
Yeah,
and shouldn't eat?
that's true. Also, chat, I think we're back. There's no more lag.
Eat all the like fun, colorful mushrooms in the forest that you find as well. Like they're
Don't
cool.
listen to her. For legal reasons, do not listen to her.
But they're pretty though.
You get me fucking platform.
I think they know that they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, but YouTube doesn't
Chat, you
take
know.
kindly to that. Chat should
Well,
also know that,
then,
you know, they shouldn't go
YouTube
into...
employees watching your stream.
Yep,
I see, I see.
you have Mr.
Hey,
Dale.
maybe they are. Have been kind of blowing up lately. So I'm told.
I hate you.
Why? That was sincere, kind of.
No, that was not sincere though. Don't you dare try to gaslight me.
Why can't Pixel try something normal for once, like fish? I like the assumption that he just kind of only eats paper and like rocks and,
Doesn't
and
he?
raw materials and shit.
I feel like he does.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I have never seen Subpixel eat anything else. So, from my perspective and my point of view, Subpixel only eats paper. And glue.
And glue.
Yeah.
Wish you could eat more glue, so we should stop talking. I'm kidding, I love you.
Okay, actually,
Sabi.
good snack. Those like nori sheets people use for sushi. Yeah, actually, yeah, like seaweed. Just seaweed in general is pretty good. I'm with you here.
Bro is an art project. That's funny.
Funny because it's true. Let's make up a papier-mâché Subpixel.
I mean, paper mache is just like paper and water. It's like a...
No, it's chewed paper. That's like the direct translation.
Oh,
Yeah, so Subpixel can
that's
chew
true.
it.
You can be go to that.
Yeah, you would be perfect for the task of chewing paper.
Kind of like very talented at that.
Mm-hmm. I love the song chat because it just ends at the drop.
The song?
Yeah,
Nice.
kinda goated for that.
If you can chew glass for long enough so that it becomes like powder, that's actually kind of impressive, I think. They could hire you at like a...
It
Some
will
kind of
hurt.
factory.
It will hurt you. It will hurt, but like if you could do it, it's kind of impressive. You guys
Yeah, and you
taste the
could
orange
get
peel
a
and not the
job
orange
on
itself?
it,
No, I
maybe.
really like the flavor of the orange itself, unfortunately. I do like eating the banana hole though. This is a joke check, by the way. If it wasn't clear enough, this is a joke.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds, it was like, bananas don't have holes. What is she talking about?
You're funny.
If you boil it in a simple syrup. What's a simple syrup?
Is it like a brand? Sounds like a Canadian brand. Simple syrup.
Oh yeah, just like the colloquial term for sugar and water. That makes sense. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's kind of like the direction I imagined it was probably going in.
I want to do something, and I've been thinking about this for a little bit. You know how like drugs have like funny names that people give them?
Yeah.
To like kind of pretend like it's not actually drugs. You know, like cocaine has like, you know, a bunch of different names.
Sure.
I've been thinking of being like doing that, like, but for like
Doing
regular
cocaine?
stuff. No. Like just finding funny names for regular things that like make you very confused as to what you're talking about.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I love doing that.
You know, like people like calling the devil's lettuce whenever they're referring to weed. You know, stuff like
Yeah.
that, but like really like conspicuous and like weird names for things that are actually like super chill. Like milk.
It's like the angel's lettuce, and it's like normal lettuce.
Yeah. Like, what would be a good name for like bread, you know?
Mm,
Okay. Honestly, wait, I'm almost done. What the fuck with the shading? I just need to do the legs and that's it. Damn. Radium. Damn, I can't wait to get a loaf of radium.
Fold right now.
No, you're valid for that. Actually, I'm super valid for that. My favorite loaf of radium. Anybody eat up to eat some rubidium and it's just like a burger? Yeah, exactly. Something like that. But like, not like a word that just makes no sense. More so like, oh, something that sounds really fucking bad, but it's actually just bread. Battery juice is a good seasoning. See, exactly, like battery juice, you know? Like battery juice and you're actually just referring to like pepper. We could stop so much plastic waste if we just embrace microplastics, just sprinkle a little bit in food and it'll dissolve. True.
that already happens. It's already like a little bit of it.
That's
in
like
our
how it
food.
works already.
Yeah, that's like the point of the like the concept.
That's like how it works. Like essentially, you know, you're like halfway there, Stubby.
Yeah, I think we did that in like the Like the 80s.
The
Familiar.
80s? That's crazy. They were doing that in the 80s? Without me?
Mm. Super deaf substance and it's just cereal. That is cereal though.
Oh wait, which one?
Super deaf substance. That's kind of what eating cereal feels like sometimes.
That is true. Super dead substance. Actually, no. I feel like super dead substance is more so referring to milk, and then cereal should be something like the toxic grain.
Yeah.
There you go.
The toxic grain.
Yeah. Give me some of that toxic grain. With some, some toxic grain with some super dead substance for breakfast.
Yeah, you can only say super deaf substance if you're lactose intolerant.
I am lactose intolerant. So I guess that works.
Yeah. You'd rather eat lead. Oh, what's lead? Is it like...
Oh, lead is like cheese. I love lead.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I keep thinking about it in terms of like, are the vibes right? But I don't think anyone like connects with if the vibes are right. I don't think it matters.
I mean, no.
I think it's
like,
just
the
like
vibes
a
are
saying shit
definitely-
competition.
Exactly. The vibes aren't... It doesn't matter if the vibes aren't right, because, like, in the end of the day, you know, whether the vibes are right or not, it's, like, fully, you know, fully for you to decide if you vibe with it or not. Oh, wait, I fucked up the layering. Whoopsies. Whoopsies, chat, I fucked up the layering, my bad.
I like gunpowder as black pepper.
Ooh, gunpowder for black pepper's good, yeah. Oh, wait. Instead, because mercury for ketchup, I see the vision. I see the vision, but I feel like that is just like, I feel like there's a word missing. I feel like ketchup should be 2 words. I feel like it should be like
The crimson mercury.
molten lava. Coke equals cocaine? No, I feel like that. I feel like we've already gone through that one.
No,
Battery
I
acid.
mean like the other way though.
Battery acid could be like the lemons. Crimson planet. Ooh, wait. Let's start referring as from food as GD levels. So every time we want to refer to a specific food, we just say like a GD level name.
Okay. I think plasma plus 3 is like a burger.
I was actually thinking Plasma Plus 3 is more like some like mango juice.
Maybe. I feel like it's gotta have like a kick to it. I don't eat burgers. I just kind of said something.
Burgers don't have a kick.
It's embarrassing for me. No, they don't.
No, they really don't.
I don't eat enough of them
Yeah, you maybe should.
to be able to tell.
Okay, chat, we have some shading. I'm not entirely sure on the shading for the legs. I might need to reconsider. But let's try it. Now I need to finish shading the pole. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Enough of the new Gabby Start album. As much as I do love it, I want to hear some other stuff. Might add it to the playlist if it doesn't get copyright striked. We're praying. We're praying. Will there be outlines or will it stay that clean in that clean look? It's mostly staying like this. Outlines just would take way too many objects for frame by frame animations.
Oh yeah, and I think it would have to take like a lot of extra effort as well for it to look good with the pixel.
Yeah, I agree. Because the pixel shader will fuck things up a lot.
Yeah, unless you're like very careful about it.
Mm-hmm. So because of that, I will take the unnecessary risk of saying no. I'm good. I am good. I'll pass.
I like how you say everybody has an item of food they're known for, and then you just slam Casey immediately.
It's plain rice and hot dogs. To be honest, that is not the most vile thing that has come out of like this friend group. I'm pretty sure that you have said some pretty awful things about food. Your takes on food are like borderline worse. So I'll kind of respect Casey. Yeah. I'll kind of respect Casey for that one. That's a struggle meal, and I can see the vision. You know. I don't agree with the vision, but I can at the very least respect the struggle meal. I remember there's a food take that I give you a lot of shit for, Sabi. Do you remember what that was again? I remember it was something that I really, really thought was stupid. Have you seen the price of eggs? No, you're right. Eggs are kind of cooked right now. Having eggs, you might as well like throw away your firstborn or something.
If y'all don't have chickens, that's a skill issue.
True, you just get chickens. No, you're actually right for that one.
That's true.
It's like buy chickens.
When I lived in a farm and we had chickens, it was very, very nice. Probably like the best aspect of living here.
The chickens.
living there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, the fresh eggs are good.
I don't know. I haven't had fresh eggs in like years. I also used to live in a farm, but we didn't have chickens. Actually, no, we did have chickens. We just didn't eat their eggs. We sold them.
Yeah.
Let's see. How does this look in the context of? How does this look in the context of the shenanigans? Cheese waffles? Chad, we've had the cheese waffles discussion before. Come on now. Honestly, Chad, this looks kind of fire.
Yeah, looks good.
And it's still not entirely sure on the shading of the legs, but like everything else looks kind of fire. Like the hair looks fine. The clothes look fine. The staff looks good. I don't know. I think it looks kind of cool. I like the little highlights on the ball. I do think that the highlights on the other side of the spear are like too much. Like, you can barely see them. They're way too small. So I think I might just remove them. It's like 3 pixels. I don't think you need them. $493 objects for 1 frame with shading. Oh, and without the eyes. Yeah, without the eyes. Would it not be better to just not pixel art? We've tried it without pixel art before, and everybody has collectively agreed that it looks better with the pixel. A shader on. The character walking unanimated is Curse Loki. She's Michael Jackson.
I mean, no, I think it looks good with the non-pixel art.
No, I agree. I think it looks good, but I think it looks better with the pixel art.
I think it's just gonna be more manageable.
I have cheese crepes before. Like, it's the same thing. It's just that instead of a crepe, it's a waffle. The character just has super slippery shoes. She's walking on ice, Chad. There's ice physics.
I see.
Okay. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay with not having the... Again, I'm okay with not having the pixel shader, but I think it looks just better with the pixel shader.
I feel like the character just is like really good at roller skating.
True. She actually has roller skates, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's just more work without the pixel shader. I don't really think it looks necessarily better, but both are fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a discussion you could come back to when more of the like environment and stuff is done.
Yeah. Because again, like, if the pixel shader applies, it should apply to the whole screen, right? So again, it's one of those things that like I will make everything without the pixel shader and like taken into account. It's just that right now I was testing the level of detail because as you can see, like I went a lot more complex with a lot of the details, but like I realized that like if you have the pixel shader, then none of these are like actually visible. So, like, who cares? So I saved up on a lot of objects because of this. Because again, it's not only like it's not only like one frame that is like 500 objects, it's also the fact that like I need to also animate every one of them. So having like simpler shapes and shading is just more consistent that way. Oh, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Is it going to be pixel art level? Not gonna, again, we're not gonna make any of the art with pixel blocks or like pixel art. It's all gonna be simple shaded, and then on top of it, we'll just have a pixelate shader. And if we don't like the pixelate shader, we can just remove it and have everything just be flat shaded.
So what exactly defines the swagness of a lamp? As in, what is a lamp and how do I know that
So like, and yeah,
it says swag is
TLDR, it should work.
itself in an
Okay, time to make the eyes. And this is the part where like, this actually does matter if it's pixelated or not.
Oh no!
Oh, this is 8, 10. Put it in 9 then. Release 2 versions of the level, pixel version and flat version. Or I can just have a settings thing that disables it.
Oh, when you turn on LDM, it changes nothing but puts that
it
pixel
just
shader on.
removes the pixel shader.
No, that's the pixel shader. It's like lower detail. It's
Oh.
pixelated.
I see.
It's lower resolution.
Surely that's how it works.
Notice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's the thing with the eyes and the face. So here's the thing with the eyes and the face is that it sucks. Do I have? I do have it open. My suggestion is that you can do, if you do intend to keep it pixel shaded, you can usually use pixel blocks as texturing at least to kind of accentuate the style. We'll have to see. Again, there's not too much that's gonna be happening in terms of like the art for like the background and like foreground elements. Like there's not that many because they're just not the focal point of this. It is actually up to Wick, so you know. He kind of has to like figure that one out.
What's up to me?
The background,
Background.
kind of like your thing, you know.
Yeah. It's like kind of my specialty in GD, is making backgrounds. Kind of known for that.
Yeah. Well, it's great because you've been drawing a lot lately, right? For this project, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely for this project.
I have.
Like, where's the background?
I've given you like 5 backgrounds. When you think about it.
Yeah, but like you haven't like told me which one we're choosing.
I don't know, because they're all kind of not great.
You already have all of the frames drawn? No, I don't. I'm not gonna draw them because they're just gonna take. That's gonna take more time. I'm just gonna do them directly in GD. It'll just be more time efficient that way, I think, than having to draw the frames and then trace over them.
Hi, Toasty. Hope you're doing well. Is the person interlude canonically dead? Yes. By like 30 something seconds in the level.
What do you mean? Are
They,
they
like, stop
canonically
breathing.
dead? They're like fucking in. Okay, never mind.
There's like oxygen bubbles coming out
Yeah,
of
no,
your
that's,
mouth,
yeah,
and then they stop.
yeah, they do. They do that.
It happens. It's canon.
Hmm. I was there actually. I saw them die.
And you didn't do anything.
Trying to save myself. I was also drowning.
You can swim.
No, I can't. Yes, I can.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
For the purposes of this conversation, I can't swim.
Okay. It's just like the role play we're doing for this bit in
Don't call it
particular.
that. Don't call it that.
Is it not?
No.
What do you mean you don't have your logo in that level? Didn't you make it? Isn't that your level? That's weird. What
Well,
is
no,
that?
I made Gensuteki. Come on now. We've talked about this before.
I don't remember that.
Yep, my name is in the level.
Oh yeah, and his isn't. So I guess that's probably true.
Yep. If I go and
I
play
mean, like,
Gensuteki right
the
now, my level
evidence
is
right there.
my name is the last name in the level. It's like the most important. Because you always put them.
Oh yeah, the last one.
Yeah. That is how it works. So.
Famously.
Yeah, famously. Okay, I need to make a star, but like a 4-pointed star. Why is there no 4-pointed star popped up? Come on now. Be better. That was hard.
Good job.
Thank you.
No one's ever done that before, I think.
Revolutionary tech invented live on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys know that like JF invented stars? Without JF,
Yeah, I mean-
stars would not exist in the galaxy.
That is true. I mean, you guys don't remember because you weren't alive back then, before like 2.1. So
I thought you meant like
there,
the Big
there
Bang.
wasn't stars.
You guys weren't there at the Big Bang, so you wouldn't know. But yeah, there was no stars before JF in 2.0.
I mean, they don't remember. Like, it may as well have been the Big Bang.
That is true. Okay, let me see how it looks now without the...
I say
That
that
looks
as if
really
I wasn't
creepy.
like 13.
That looks very creepy. I don't love it.
That's fine, I think.
Wonder how it looks.
I mean, I think it's a
under
lack
the-
of like, you know,
Yeah, there's no like outlines.
various things that are missing.
No, obviously, I know this. You don't have to tell me this. The question.
I'm just trying to finish the thought that I started. I can just like end a sentence
No, you
mid
can't.
sentence.
Yeah, you do that just like all the time, actually.
Yeah, and you tell me that's annoying.
I didn't say that. Those aren't my words.
Chat. Don't tell me you believe her.
So we're gaslighting chat now, I see.
For a fucking second.
Yep, you can't see those eyes, baby.
You can see like a couple pixels. You love how your mentor calls you disappointment instead of your name. Yeah, it's like a little affectionate title, you know? It's always nice.
Maybe like this, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, no, you can't see any
Is
eyes at
this
all.
mini game? No, this is game.
Me
This
when
is
the fucking
normal
title
game.
of the fucking stream. Me when I
It
don't.
says game, it doesn't say mini game.
Yeah, it's fucking me when I don't read the title of the stream.
Don't demean our game by calling it small.
Just because you're small doesn't mean I have to compensate for it too.
True, I guess.
Okay, is it scarier if I do it like this? It is so scary.
That's sick. You thought the art was unrelated. So we're just like doing whatever the fuck. And
Okay,
the
to be
title
fair,
is like
that's
it's
not
something.
too bad. If I make them bigger, just by themselves with the pixel shader, that actually doesn't look too bad. He has giant eyes.
She's like a bug.
He is like a bug.
Insect woman.
Okay, this eye is fine, the other one's too big.
Give me a second, chat. I am back.
She does look
What I
very
miss?
funny. She looks very funny now.
This looks silly. She looks
Yeah.
sad.
She looks sad, yeah. Do we think No Eyes
You're
might be
right.
even better? You know, my favorite character from Hollow Knight?
Yeah, maybe.
I think No Eyes might be better, Chad. I don't know.
I mean, with the like level of detail you have here, like eyes are very small. I mean, with the animations, maybe
Yeah, I think
maybe
with the animations, I think No Eyes might actually be the move. I think for Valix, I definitely should. Because again, I do want to zoom out the camera more. Right now, it's technically not the zoom in that I actually want it to be. I do want to be 0.85, I think it was. That was the value that I came up with. No, it was more than that.
Are you making a walking animation? No, she has the roller blades. She's skating around.
What? Chat to me sometimes acts like as if they didn't know like how the process of things happened, and I think it's very funny.
That's fair. Sorry to the person in chat who said that, but it is sometimes like, are you gonna add like a win condition in this level eventually, or like gameplay? Like, yeah, probably. Are you gonna decorate?
Yeah, maybe.
Thinking about it.
But yeah, I think this zoom out is like good enough. I think. This is kind of like the zoom out that we're working with.
Okay, noted.
So, yeah, the character should take still quite a bit of the screen, but you know. I know, yeah, but I was
Imagine
curious.
someone
We're
gets
just
to
fucking with
college
you,
with
Sleep
GD.
Tiger. You're okay.
I know so many people who have put their GD stuff on like college applications.
Yeah.
Like so many.
Don't worry, we're just having fun. We're just fooling around. Will I add Gordon Ramsay? But Gordon Ramsay will be one of the attacks, yeah. Yes, there will be a walking animation added, as well as a jumping animation, as well as a dashing animation. You can see the eyes there. As well as an attack animation, you know. Those will exist eventually, but right now we kind of just need to figure out whether or not her design is good. How many groups have I used so far? I think less than 100. What is next free? 90. I've used
You're gonna
90.
put it on your job application. I used to, I mean, on my last CV that I made, I had something like, I think, project management, just based on like hosting review too.
Hold up. I got you. I got you, Garden Gorger. I got you. Oh, I also apparently go by Boom Kitty, but apparently.
It's crazy.
I'm making a level with the history of the ocean. Wait, that's kind of cool. Is the character optimized or like 1 million objects and optimized pixels? No, it's for 500 objects currently. In its current state, it's about 500 objects. The whole level is like 1,000 objects, and that's literally because there's 3 copies of the character. This is not gonna lag you. Like, look, let's say I have 25 frames that are all the exact same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 14,000 objects, and that's just the frames for the character. And that is gonna be about it.
You're 10 minutes behind.
That's crazy. So yeah, even if we like go like all the way, even if we like multiply all of this by 2. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I love Robbed Up. Sorry, there's too many objects on screen, so it can't render all of them. And so it stops rendering. So if like I zoom in, the render comes back. I love Robbed Up games. Yeah, there you go, because there's 20 fucking thousand objects on screen right now, which we don't want that.
I mean, yeah. I don't think that's like the worst edge case of all time in this
No,
game.
definitely not.
In fairness.
Okay, so I think the design of the character is done. This is the design of the character. That's how she's gonna look like. I'm gonna be doing frame by frame. I will like draw the skeleton of the animation and like make sure that the animation skeleton works, like it flows really well. And by that I mean I'm just gonna do a stick figure with the same shapes, like the same overall shapes, and then just move shit around. And then once that's done, I think it'll be good. But now the next step is actually adjusting the physics to move as fast as I wanted to move, to jump how I wanted to jump, and to like dash how I wanted to dash. So we're gonna do that. I wanted to move faster. So this is how we move faster. Just change this number to this number. And then suddenly we're a little bit faster. I do want to have an easing into this. Okay, and that easing, the short easing, to be fair. Remove 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's about it. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that works. That's way too long of an easing. Let's do it a 0.35, maybe. Okay, that's okay. Even slower than that. So 0.2, ease it out, and then change the value to like. I wanted to accelerate a little bit at first and then decelerate. That's barely noticeable, so let's increase that. Unless I want to do the opposite, unless I want to do so that it accelerates slowly and then... I can also do that. Do I have a good Newground song artist? Yes, but depends on what kind of music you're looking for. Oh, I'm meant to be a museum? Do you want something a little bit more chill? Or like, what are you looking for? I think left and right, I think the left movement and the right movement are both fine as is. I think it's more so the jump that I need an easing for it. Because currently I do kind of have an easing for it. Do I want it to jump higher? Hold up. Because this is expo out. What if I do sign in out? No, sign it out doesn't do the right thing. No, signing out doesn't work. It does have to be expo in. Maybe expo in. Because Expo Out just does that. You just go flying. Which was the worst extreme demon you have ever beat? Probably a Thanatos. It sucks to play. It just was not an enjoyable experience. I feel like this is for sure an Expo win then. There's a moment where the player is like floating in the air. Is this one? And reduce it. Yeah, like the player starts falling slow and then it accelerates, which is fine, I guess, but it feels weird to play. It's already too much. For chill song, I'm thinking about it right now, CP Tiger. That's way too fast. Like the jump itself is fine. You just don't have a lot of like aerial momentum, and I think that's mostly due to like the movement itself being slow. Yeah, I'll need to ask. I'll probably ask Xenoteric or Red King for help with adjusting the easing of the movement. Because like dashing on the ground is good. I think I might actually even change the dash to be a... When jumping, yeah, it's the jumping, because like the movement itself is fine, the dash itself is fine. I wish that it like dragged a little bit more for the dash, but it's nicer this way because... Oh my god, are you okay? Awake?
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Co hebben?
That was like a big sound, like a big
Oh
crash.
shit. I think that may have been like my chair. I did not even notice it.
He said. And out. He's out. Okay, now I just need to adjust the values so that you do fall faster. Okay, you need to fall way faster than this. Like negative 600. You're so floaty now. Maybe adjust the easing rate. Oh god, okay, I adjusted it too much. Okay, the following is slightly better. The following is slightly better. I can still adjust the easing a tiny little bit. But it's like a tiny bit more floaty.
I feel like the airtime is really low.
It is, and that's okay. Because right now the jump is just very low.
Sure.
Like you're supposed to jump a lot higher than this. You know. Which is what I'm gonna edit with this. So is this? No. That decreases the height. So I assume this increases the height. Okay, that does increase the height. Let's just try three. That feels more jumpy. I still feel like I'm landing like too fast, maybe. Just keep adjusting this value. Oh god. I added a
It
maybe
feels very
it's
cartoony. Like there should be like a cushion stretch when you jump and land.
the actual landing now is good. This is actually how I want the. Is this a solo? I mean, I don't know. So far, yeah. She's just jumping. This is fucking boing boing. Am I still working on Voyager? I will eventually, not right now though. Do I stream every day? I try to stream daily. I haven't been streaming as often lately because I've been taking some time for myself, but I do try to stream every day. I actually think the easing is would be lowered down even. Okay, wait, a Sleep Tiger, I think I have a good song for you. I've been thinking about it. I don't have them downloaded, surely. Yeah, I don't have them downloaded. Go and look up Burn Music's songs. That could be really good. And go and look up Lapsus songs. If you go and look Lapsus song, they're very good. Yeah, would recommend those two artists on Newgrounds. I feel like the airtime now is a lot better. I do understand what you're saying by like the squash and stretch with the animation. Like that will definitely need to be there, but Hmm. Okay, maybe dynamically change the hitbox. No, no, I don't want to do it like that. I could give it more airtime actually by decreasing the easing here. Isn't pixelate ruin the designs? Not necessarily. If the designs are made with the pixelate in mind, it shouldn't ruin them. Like, the difference is not that much. It is more so a stylistic approach to, one, save up on detail, and two, make things a little bit more cohesive design-wise. If everything's pixelated, then it's a little bit better when they get in together. Like, putting things together looks better. Now I feel like the jump might be a little bit high. How high do you jump now? You jump almost 4 blocks, which is like, you jump essentially the same height as you are. Like, you reach here. Oh, you jump higher than that. Okay. Found the song? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, wait, you jump really high. Maybe 350? Oh wow, that's a big change. And now you jump almost 3 blocks? I can make it a little bit higher than that, but you still have some more air mobility. Yeah. Because if you're jumping straight up, that's 3 blocks. But it looks like not a lot when you're jumping like on the side. You know what I mean, chat? Like, very clearly you're jumping the same amount because it's a fixed rate, right? But like, because of the way that like... Because of the way that like it moves, it looks like not enough when moving diagonally. And jumping. But it looks fine if you're just jumping like straight up. Okay. Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe I can give you a little bit more jump than that. Goodbye, Bug Baby. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck with studying. Yeah, it's 3.5 blocks. That's not too bad. I feel like 3.5 is like respectable. So we'll need to adjust the hitboxes of the, like, these 2 hitboxes now, like, to actually cover up the whole character. There you go. Seems good. Yeah, seems good to me. I think the arena could be bigger too. Right now the arena's kind of small now that I'm realizing it. I also should have like an edge trigger on each side of the arena. So 90 and 91. So left is 90. On trigger. Oh, this has a 7. And then right is 91. Okay. And then I can just extend this by like a couple blocks. Will it just be boss fight? Yes, it will be. I wish that the camera eased in a little bit better with the edge trigger. Because it kind of just stops instead of like more like an easing. I wish there was a setting you could adjust. Like the easing rate of the camera. Maybe... Oh, you can adjust the easing rate actually. Hold up. Oh, okay, that's good actually. Yeah, never mind.
That's good.
Yeah, so when you get to the corners, okay, I can move these like one block here so that they're a little bit closer to the actual limits of the camera. I think the easing now is a little bit too much on the camera. I think maybe an easing of 5 could be better. Yeah, so now when you get to this, it's like a lot better now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like that easing now. Okay, a lot of this will just be fine tweaking, chat. Like, I think people don't realize how much of like video game design is just you trying shit and like it not working and then trying it again.
It's still not working.
Yeah.
And like eventually though.
Eventually it will work, yeah. What will the arena look like? That is what Awake is here for. She's going to be helping design the arena in the background.
I don't know, chat.
She has no idea so far. She's okay. Hello Vasik, how's it going? Welcome to stream. Yeah, I'm okay with the easing. I'm okay with the camera easing. It's pretty solid. Like the camera does follow the player, and like the player does stay on like one side of the camera. Like it's not fully centered, and I think that's good. I think that's kind of good. Maybe the camera should be ahead of the player though instead of behind.
Yeah, probably.
But then
So that they can see what they're moving towards.
how do I do that? Can I do negative easing? Can I add like a negative here and then it works? No. I can add an offset, but like then I need to switch the offset every single time that like... You know? Every time the player switches around I need to change the offset for it. Toggle triggers don't stop event triggers? No, to stop event triggers you gotta use stop triggers. Just hope some of your songs will be used in GTA. That would be really sick. I think there's a lot of music artists that like really would like their music more used in GD. It's just really hard to actually get your music out there and get people like, you know, invested, I guess, into using a song. It's a lot of commitment. like use a song for a level. That is like a couple months that usually people spend on something.
Yeah,
I know that a lot
that's
of
true. I've had a thought about like using some of my friends' music, but it's like I have to make a level,
yeah,
to make a whole level.
which
It's so
is
much.
which is why a
So-
lot of people just learn how to make levels themselves and then just do it. They use their own music. You know, Max has been doing that a lot. We can move these motherfuckers up so we don't have to think about them for a little while. We can focus on the debugging for the focus on the debugging of the player movement. But I think the player movement is actually really solid right now. How do we handle two directional inputs at once? So the way that I handle it is I have this system that it checks the facing direction. Basically, when you can see the numbers here. Right now, I am looking right. That is what 2 means. If I click on right, this little thing will change to 1. Right, you see, this little 0 will change to 1. This just means I am clicking right, and then when I let go, it goes back to 0. Same thing with the left one. So click and let go. So what it does is that it checks. If you click right, and then you click left, in GD, it'll just overwrite itself. Like I've tested this before. You know, if you click right, and then you click left, and then, you know, it just goes right and left. Very simple, right? Even though you're still clicking right, it'll still click left. It'll still go left because it's the last input you pressed. However, if you look at the numbers, right, left. So if I press right, and then I press left, and then I let go of left while still pressing right, it'll just go right again. So because of that, because it does actually remember which input I have, that is basically what I have written here. So I have a pickup trigger that checks every single time that I click something and that I let go. And then what I do is that I have an item compare. And this checks if I'm pressing, like if I let go of right, if I let go of right, and I'm still pressing left, so 3 equals 1, then redo the movement for left. So for right, sorry. So if I'm pressing right, then I'm pressing left, and then or if I'm pressing left and I'm pressing right, and I let go of right, but I'm still pressing left, I'm saying, hey, go and do that movement for left again. So basically, every time that you click on right, it stops left, and every time that you click on left, it stops right. It just pauses it, so you can just resume the movement. So yeah, the stop triggers are really useful, because like you can just pause and resume now, which is like super good. I made a similar system in 2.1 since very similar. Yeah, like it's not a very complex system. It's just checking the pickup IDs to check whether you're pressing right or left. Same thing with like the dash, you know. Like the dash just checks which direction you're looking at and then just dashes in that direction. Like if I'm looking left, it'll just look dash left. Even though if I'm not pressing, you know, even though I'm pressing like a different button, it just checks the direction that I'm facing. So it's just logic at the end of the end of the day. It's just, it checks which direction that you're pressing, and then it checks which is the last direction that you press. That's why I have 2 pickup triggers. And if you like slow down the game with time warp. Hello? There you go. You can see that like they don't actually update at the same time. This one updates first and this one updates second. Because this one is like the current and this one is the last. So then it compares the two, and depending on what it is, then it actually like does the check. Because they're comparing each other. Basically, it's to check which one I'm doing right now and which one was the last one that I did. And if they're not the same, then I flip the sprite. That's basically how I handle flipping the sprite. Because I don't want to have to flip the sprite all the time. So what I'm checking is if these 2 variables are the same. If they're not the same, then I flip the sprite. That means that you have changed directions. Here, let me activate it. Yeah. So right now, if I'm pressing right, they're not gonna be the same. So it flips the sprite and then it resets it. So you know, do I plan on adding running animations? Yeah, I'm gonna frame by frame animate the whole thing. It's just right now I'm tweaking the system to make sure that everything works perfectly fine. I swear I'm gonna have to fucking put that in the title, making the walking animation, because I don't know how many times I've had that question asked to me today. And it's not like it's a bad thing. I don't mind it too much. It's just funny. Oh, everybody's been asking me whether or not there'll be animations. I mean, yeah, if the goal is to make a game, that I really do want to make animations for, like, jumping, attacking, and everything. Boop. Is this dash a Terraria-style double tap? No, it's just, because now in 2.2, you have, 3 extra, like, buttons. So you have player 1, right, player 1 left, player 1 jump, and then you have player 2. You can just use the player 2 buttons. So player 2, you just click jump for player 2, and that just dashes. And then player 2, you can also click on left to charge the attack and do the heavy attack, and then just tap right on player 2 to make the normal attack. Are you planning on to make this a full game outside of GD? No. I'm just planning it to be a GD only experience. It's not a, I just wanted to make a boss fight. That's it. Already started making the layout? Nice, I'm excited to see that. It'll be hype. I think we're good. I think we're actually pretty good. The systems are pretty solid. Again, this is a custom player, so we're not actually using the GD player. The players are over here. You can see the little dots here for the trails. Here's where the players are. So we're not actually using a real player. We're actually making a custom player. The walls seem to work. The dash also works. The invincibility frames seem to work. The attacks seem to work. Yeah, I think everything works. No, it shouldn't, because the moment that you let go, I have a thing that, like, stops everything. Yeah. I have, like, double checks that, like, these, like, make sure that, like, nothing wrong happens. That's, if you ever see an instant count or a count trigger, these are just me, like, doing, like, basically gates, as I like to call them. I don't know what the correct term in programming is. But they're basically like something that checks whether or not the action can be done or not. And if the action can be done, then it automatically, like, doesn't do it. It has to go through this gate in order to be able to do the action. And that's, like, happens for, like, every single thing. So that's why you see instant counts and, like, count triggers, like, literally everywhere. I think every single function has count triggers or, like, compare triggers. Trigger mix texture pack? Oh, I mostly play vanilla. I've only recently started to, like, get into, like, looking into some mods. But yeah, I usually just play vanilla. So I do not know for, like, texture packs and stuff like that. It's not my forte. Okay, so we have a frame. That's good. I can start making more of them. And let's actually delete this. Okay, let's make a copy of this one. Better Ed is a must for you? No, I get that. I've been using Better Ed mostly for, like, offset trigger, like offset group IDs, and it's been really helpful. How can I phrase this? But there should be a pause resume priority system. Example, if a trigger is paused on a first priority trigger, it cannot be resumed by a second priority trigger. That's basically how you do gates. That's basically what the gates are for. Because I have that. For example, like, I have, like, the wall detection, for example, that, like, checks for the walls and stops the triggers. But there's, like, a bunch of little gates here that are essentially those priority systems. I agree with you. There should be something like that. There should be there kind of is already for, like, which is really weird. There is a priority system for, like, pulse triggers for like with the explosive, and there's a priority system with the area triggers, but there's not a priority system with any of the other triggers, which I think is really weird. I also think it's very weird that a lot of these triggers are just done in a very weird, like in a very like they're rendered at a weird time, and I don't know why. Okay, let's give this 92. And then 92 will have a center. And so what we're gonna do is, I guess we'd start the state machine. Player state machine. So let's see. So to initialize the player, we just want to have the player follow 5. So 92 will just follow 5. Okay, this needs to be 7, initialized at the very start, and spawn triggered. And then, so now we have the thing, but now we also want to scale down 92. I guess 92 should already be the correct scale going forward, but for now we're just gonna scale it down to preserve the integrity of the asset. Oh no, we do have a copy of the asset, so it's not the end of the world, but let's scale it down anyway. 92 by 92, and then we scale it down to 0.85. Let's just say that. Just say that random value. Still not enough. Okay, maybe 65? Thank you, Zoink, I appreciate it. the Zoink geometry dash.
Real.
The real one, yeah. Okay, that's already too small. So, I think a 7 would be good. 7.2 maybe? Seven two seems fine. Too small though. So okay, that's definitely more in line with what we had before. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine because 5 is the one getting flipped. That's fine. Give me a second, chat. How long am I gonna stay live, by the way? Like, I think like a couple more minutes. Okay, that does work. I think 92 is gonna be the global thing, and I'm just gonna flip between the frames, depending on the... For now, let's just do the simple state machine, which is just we're gonna color 92. A different color. We're gonna give it a different color for every state. So left, right. Actually, jump should be green. Landing should be red. Left should be blue. Right should be pink. And then attack should be yellow. So let's check the stuff. So we are gonna have a bunch of count triggers. So count trigger checks at time ID 1. If it's 1, then trigger 93, I guess, yeah. Multi-trigger activate group. This could be 94. Well, actually, no, these could just be 7 because they just get all triggered at the start. And then this one's 95, this one's 96, and this one's 97. So if you click on right, it should be 4. Click on left, that should be 3. And if you click on attack, I believe that is 5. Let's see, so left, right. Oh, it only happens once. Right. Is it multi-trigger or multi-activate? I forget. It's multi-activate, got it. So left, right, right. Honestly, there's not gonna be a difference between the left and the right animation. I just need to know which one's left and which one's right. Jump and landed. But it only checks once, that's the one thing. Do you think there's a reason event triggers can be toggled off by toggle triggers? Yes, the way that event triggers work is that the moment that they get spawned, I think it says it here. The moment that they get spawned, they are constantly checking. They're always listening for the events to happen, and the only way to stop them is to use stop triggers. If you don't use stop triggers, they don't stop. Okay, so the issue with these is that they only check. I don't need them to be multi-trigger, I just need them to be triggered again. I guess I could... Oh, wait, if I... Oh, and then I have a... Duh. I'm stupid. 93. On trigger, multi-trigger. I need to stop them. So that the state machines don't keep happening. 101, 6. 102, 97. And then all of these, just check if the value is 0. And if the value is 0, then you toggle on 98. And then 99. And then 100. And then 101. 2. There you go. If you're holding right, there you go. There's like a frame. Oh, if you let go. If you let go, then you're not grounded. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there we go, chat. Okay. Oh, got it. There's a new rated level called Sigma Boy Phone. My goat. Top 10 moments of all time. Oh, funk, not phone. Okay, so the state machine works. Left and right shouldn't really matter. It should just be in the animation. Like, it's the same animation that plays, but it's like, you know, now it should work no matter what. If you're landed, that is that one. I should also have like a falling animation check, which should be not too hard to do. Make it orange. 103. 103. This will check if you're falling. No, wait, it needs to check 1. It needs to check if 1 equals 0. I think that works. Okay. I see. Okay, so this needs to be like a 2-step animation, so it needs to go from this one into this one. Okay, good to know. I'll keep it on touch trigger in the meantime, so that it doesn't actually have an issue. But like, it works, chat. It works. Right, left, jump, jump. And then attack, and then dash. Oh, I don't have a dash. Whoopsies, I forgot the dash. I actually should do the dash. Color should the dash be? Make it like a very light green. 104. Actually, let's make this one 103. 103. What's the dash again? Is it 8? I think it's 8. And then 104. There you go. I love you by 0SR. Ooh, I was in that level. It's really funny seeing like... Can I? No, I can't. Maybe I can actually. I like reduce like the opacity of all of them. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. Oh, I guess I could use the area tint, but like it doesn't matter. Why is the character rainbow? It's the state machine for the animation, so now I know when the animations need to be triggered. So if I click, like, you know, walking animation, then it's these 2 colors, depending on which direction it's facing. Which is, it doesn't matter. This is just the idle animation. The jumping animation will just have, like, a different states added to it. And then dash animation. And then attack animation. And then the other attack animation also needs to have its own cue. Which I guess I should do. Let's make this one purple. 9. There you go. So that's the other attack animation. For that attack. For the heavy attack. I forget which one it is for the heavy attack. So I need to... I think it's timer 13 for the heavy attack. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So heavy attack, light attack. There you go. Can you be in the next 0SR level? You should ask him, not me. Okay, chat. For today, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'm actually really happy with how this is going. State machine actually looking kind of sick. Now that it's set up. Obviously, it's like nothing at all compared to like all the animations that need to be played. But the cool thing is that all of these are just gonna be checks that are like, instead of spawning like pulse triggers, they're just gonna spawn like, you know, spawn triggers, and then they're gonna have like a bunch of toggle triggers for the animations. And the good thing is I can just make all the animations over here and then just teleport them all to the player when they'll need to be teleported to the player. And this is like so cool and easy and simple. Count triggers are like the goats. That's the reason why there's like a bunch of just debugs over here. Like all of these are just super helpful to know like what I'm actually doing. Yeah, without those, I don't think I would know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm really happy that, you know, things are awesome the way that they are. Anyway, for today, chat, I'm gonna leave it here. We're gonna leave it on which color do we want it to leave it? One. I like the purple. All right, purple go. I hope y'all had a wonderful stream. Do you want to say something before I go? Rick? We've been locked in for a while.
Not really. I'm good.
All right. Goodbye, chat. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.